What's up, everybody? Welcome to this Champ unboxing and assembly event. We've got a Champ ready to go right here in the crate. We're going to put this thing together and go for a little ride if we have time at the end. Before we jump into it, we're just going to give a few seconds for the Instagram lives and all the other channels to get started. That's a whole grind here. But if you have any questions about this dirt bike, if you haven't seen it yet, you can drop those here below. I'll be doing my best to answer those while we assemble this dirt bike. I've been riding mine around town and it is insane. It's just crazy. It's like you cannot wipe the grin off your face. Not even a funeral could get this smile off my face. It's absolutely crazy. So here it is. These have been a long, long time in the making. I actually saw my first electric dirt bike in 2016. That was the Suron. I saw it being developed. We were going to be selling those, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened. We ended up not getting it. And now we finally have the chance to make something better. This is the Champ electric dirt bike, and I want to show you guys what it looks like here. Gabe is behind the scenes. Gabe is our Jamie today. How's it looking? Are we live on our other streams?
We are live, but not on Instagram.
Not on Instagram. How about Superhuman? Rob Rast. We've got one up. Waiting on one channel, and then we're going to get started. Jenna, did you press go live? All right. We're live on both channels?
What we can do is we can play the Champ videos.
Cool. All right, so we're going to start off with just a quick video of the bike so you can see it in action, and then we're going to take it away with the assembly. Gabe, Jamie, pull that video up. That's it. That was the Champ video. Okay, so this is the bike. We've pulled the crate off of this already, which is the hardest part of this whole process, opening this wooden crate. It's really designed to keep it safe. So to save you the boring part of pulling the wood off, we've got it ready to go. And this is exactly how it comes out of the crate. Now, in today's special event, if you're watching this on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, we do have a special deal for you. By watching this, you're going to save up to 600 bucks on this bike. But you have to watch the whole stream to do it. So I'm going to give you a discount code in 3 parts. The first part of that discount code is the word CHAMP. So if you're actually interested in one of these bikes, write that down. CHAMP is the first word. I'll be giving the second part in a little bit and the third part at the end of the stream. If you're watching this and you're like, I need this bike right now, I need to order it right now, we have a number on the screen. You can call that number, place your order with our techs, and they will get the discount, $600 off for you on the phone. So that's the deal. Watch it or call in, and we'll take care of you. Now let's get started. You ready to go, Jamie? Gabe, Jamie? All right. This is it. Let's see. Ooh, I hear a little. Oh, yeah. This is the Champ R in red. Wow. I haven't seen this yet. The team was uncrating it earlier. Look at that. We got the white plastics, tail light, headlight on here. I'll show you that later. Orange seat. That's just awesome. Now, the assembly there's a bit to do here. To be able to squeeze a whole motorcycle into a crate, we got to do some stuff. So let's do that together. The first thing we're going to do is just separate all the loose components, put them off to the side. The team already took the plastic, bubble wrap, all that off. So thanks for doing that, guys, and let's go. Got the seat here. We've got the fender, front fender, nice Superhuman brand on it. A USB charging port, and this also holds the fairings, side fairings. Every Champ does come with a toolkit. This is like a 50-piece toolkit. It's pretty dope. We're going to use that to assemble the bike. And let's see if there's any other loose pieces. We do have the kickstand here. Right foot peg. We'll just lay those around the bike. And that's pretty much it. So first goal of pretty much any bike assembly is to get the handlebars mounted. And that's going to allow us to use the handlebars to move the bike around. That's really handy. We're going to start with that. The Champ handlebars come with the brakes loose, so we will install those later. And they need to be off the bike when it ships just to be able to fit it in here. Cool. So I'll lay those down. We'll consult our toolkit for what looks like a 6mm Allen key to tighten this up when we get it. But for now, we can get them by hands. Yeah. Now, a lot of the other electric dirt bikes you see out there, like the Talaria, the Saran, the E-Ride Pro, this is something you should look at. All of those use like a bicycle fork, a bicycle stem, and when you're going 60 miles an hour, taking huge jumps on a bike that weighs 140 pounds plus you, I don't know about you, but personally, I would like something a bit more sturdy, something purpose-built for motocross. That's what we've done on the Champ. Those other bikes use bicycle parts, bicycle wheels, bicycle brakes, right? The Champ is designed to be out of the box, just awesome, ready to go. Enough chit-chat. Let's put this together. All right, handlebars. We're going to pop this in. Yeah, thank you. Gabe gave me a reminder because we did one of these yesterday. It is a little bit easier if you get the throttle on the other side first, so we'll do that. The throttle, we had to stretch ours to fit yesterday. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. So I've got that on here just ready to go while we mount the bars. Okay, once you put the bars on, we're going to put the plate on top. It's a little mounting bracket. The 4 screws we will hand tighten for now and then use the tool to get them the rest of the way. What do you guys think about this bike? How's the color? How's the look? Has anybody been following the Champ journey? Let me know in the comments. Heck yeah. Oh, where is the second wheel? I've got it right next to me, actually. I'll show you that in a second. The second wheel comes like right here out of the box, and it looks like the crew, when they uncrated it, put the wheel to the side. All right. Now I'm going to find a tool with 6mm. Here's the second wheel, by the way. Somebody was asking about that. This is the front wheel, obviously. And we're running a 19-inch front wheel in the front. It's a 1970 100. So that's like almost 3-inch wide in front. And we've got a 16, what is it, 1690 100? Yeah, 1690 100 in the back. So that's like 3.5 inches in the back, almost a 4-inch tire in the back. That's a motocross tire. The other ones, they're like this thin. They're bicycle tires, not for serious froden, man. I had a smoothie this morning, and I like to put MCT oil in my smoothies. I put way too much MCT oil in this morning, and I was just sitting there like 30 minutes after the smoothie, and my head starts like spinning. It literally felt like my head was gonna fall off. Like, what is going on? Did I not get enough sleep? Have been overactive? Like, was too much sports over the weekend? And then I realized it's the MCT oil. It happens every time. I just put way too much in because it's supposed to make you smarter. It's like a bulletproof. That's what you put in bulletproof coffee, MCT oil and butter. And I just went nuts. The smoothie game, no, it's amazing. I have a smoothie for breakfast. Jenna, my lovely assistant, makes that. And then I get to just work while I'm eating breakfast. Bitching. All right. Handlebars are just about right. Now, when you do this stuff, it's great to just sit on the bike and kind of test the angle before you tighten it up all the way. Get the angle. Of course, I tightened it all the way before I said that. Too much MCT oil, I'm telling you. Okay, there we go. Get the angle really right. Make sure there is an index on the handlebars. Make sure that's lined up right in the center. I'm going to put mine right here. It looks beautiful to me. What do you got, Jamie?
We got the max speed, max distance.
Max speed and max distance. Who are the? Give me the names of the people when they ask a question.
So this is your buddy old TJP.
Old TJP, what's up, man? This is Tyler. Tyler's awesome. Check him out. Old TJP Films on Instagram. He helped film one of our electric skateboard videos. Badass. Max speed on this with the current tire. This is a mullet setup, so it's a 16 in the back, 19 in front. This will do 55 miles per hour. If you put a 19-inch tire on back, that's what most of the other brands are doing, 19, you'll do 62 miles an hour. So crazy fast. We prefer actually have a lower top speed and the smaller tire for trail riding, for off-roading, because you never go that fast. Like 55 is insane on a trail, but it gives you like way more control. Going over jumps and stuff, it feels way better. Going to turns feels better. Max distance, if you were to go all out, like full throttle, 60 miles an hour on this thing, down the highway, which is illegal in most places, you could do like 20 plus miles. But if you're trail riding, like average trail riding, you're just ripping it, going really hard, 50 plus miles. The bike will last way longer than you can. I can tell you from experience that nobody's ever been able to run the battery down before they get way tired off-road. So like 50 plus miles off-road is the answer there. Thank you, Tyler, for the question. All right, so the handlebars are mounted. Now we're going to add the brakes on. Just take this wrapping off here. And those look like a 4 millimeter to me.
Close-ups on the bike fork so we can get that second.
Close-ups on the bike fork. We can do that. Gabe is going to set up a secondary camera here. He's behind the scenes. He set up this whole live stream. You should see all the technology he's got. It's wild on this table right here. So Gabe is our head of media. He actually started with us in 2020, right? 2020, during COVID, during lockdowns. as an intern for video production. Now he's our head of media. He absolutely killed it. We had a product launch at that time for the Phantom electric skateboard, and he headed up all our media on that, the web page, and it just went bonkers. We sold like 450K worth of skateboards in a month. It was really cool. So Gabe was invited to stay with the team, and he's really proven his worth, and he does amazing things. If you look at our website, all the 3D renders, all the videos, that's all Gabe's territory. He's really killed it. And this live video too. He's back here blushing a little bit. What's up? Come on in, Melissa. It's been a while. I'm good. Hey, join the live stream. No, you can't. Come on in. What's up? He's in back. Yeah, go walk on through. Don't worry about it. I'll take you for a dirt bike ride later. All right, this is brake. What I'm going to do is put both of these on, just hand tight, and then jump on the bike and tighten them down all the way at the perfect angle for me. We see bikes come in all the time where people have the brakes. I don't know if you see this angle, like up at an angle like this. It's just, so when you're riding it, your wrists are in like the weirdest position. Something to pay attention to. A lot of bike shops don't really like look at that. Or if you buy something online, like, you know, make sure when you put it together, everything's comfortable. Just look at every part and adjust it until it fits you well. All right. Now we've got kill switch and then brake is the order here. Get my handy dandy tools. Screwdriver. Bingo. Before we mount the kill switch, I do want to tighten up this throttle. That throttle's got a 3mm screw to get in. So get that real quick. Thanks everybody who's on the live, by the way, for joining. This is fun. If you do get one of these, probably one of the most exciting builds of your life. Crack a beer if you're into that. A Kool-Aid if you're underage. Okay? Don't be messing around with that. And just have some fun. I recommend have a buddy over. He's going to love it, and he's going to want to buy one too. You can share your code with him, maybe make some commission on it. And you guys can go shred together because these bikes are way more fun when you got buddies with you. It's like a jet ski, dude. If you jet ski alone, it's like this is cool for like 20 minutes. You jet ski with your buddies, it's the most fun thing, most hilarious thing of your life. All right, throttle's on. Let's mount that. There is a piece for the throttle. Where is that? Hey. Thank you, sir. Gabe's going to come to secondary camera here. Well, there's a protector here for the throttle. This is nice, custom machined aluminum, sandblasted, anodized aluminum. We're going to wrap that around the throttle and then put the kill switch on. This takes a 4mm Allen key, which I have misplaced, of course.
This comes with it, right?
Yeah. So this toolkit, it's like a 50-piece toolkit. We'll count the actual pieces here in a second. Comes with the bike. It's pretty sweet. Get this on.
Scott says, thing looks rad, don't write it on me.
Is that a challenge, Scott? Scott's awesome. Scott used to work here. Actually, he was our head of marketing for a while. Now he's working for the state, for the California e-bike incentive, which is really cool. If anybody if you qualify for this, if lower income people, or if you come from like it's a challenged neighborhood or whatever it's called, disadvantaged neighborhood, you can get a free e-bike. California is rolling out that program here pretty soon. We're going to be one of the front runners on this to make sure that we can help anybody in need out with a free e-bike. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be sending emails about it to our whole list. You can go to our website, superhumanbikes.com, and sign up if you qualify. And they're pretty generous. The income limit is like $45,000 for a single household. If you make less than that, you may qualify for a 100% free e-bike. The Champ electric motorbike does not satisfy that program. Sorry, you're not going to get a free dirt bike, but an e-bike, yes, a normal e-bike, which they're awesome. I ride one to work every day. You can get one of those. All right, that is the throttle casing. Why don't you take a look at that? Super solid. We got the throttle on here. This is a quarter twist throttle. What that means is it's exactly 1/4 of a rotation, quarter turn, to get from 0 to 100%. To go from to Cool. All right, that's on. Now we're going to do the kill switch and then the brake. Kill switch, you want the kill on top and the go on bottom. Now, this is a really important part of any motorcycle. I'll tell you why. I was out riding with a group of friends. We were off-road riding. It was really cool. And I took a couple of these bikes with us. And, you know, it was me and a couple buddies. Pretty new to the spot in these bikes. And we're riding around. And my buddy and I were like, well, let's switch bikes here. So you can try mine and I'll try yours. I'm great. And so I get off my bike and I'm like holding it to go get to his bike. And then he comes over to my bike and I'm standing in front of it and he grabs it by the throttle. It goes full throttle and it just goes right into my back. So it's really important, especially if you're new to motorcycles, like when you're done riding and you're about to get off, hit the kill switch. I forgot to do that. So I'll take partial responsibility for that. Hit the kill switch, and then when you grab the throttle, it's not going to go run away on you. Screwdriver. That's on. Here it is. We do have Phillips screws holding the kill switch on. By the way, oldest trick in the book, I like to hold the screws in my mouth. That's just how I roll because I'm a freak, dude. I'm a fucking freak on these bikes, man. And another pro tip is if you install this upside down, you don't have to get under the bike to tighten it. Way easier. So pop this in most of the way and then turn it around and tighten it up from the bottom. You want to get the angle nice and comfortable. That feels good to me. I'll leave it on kill so we don't run this thing into Gabe.
Dennis says he knows the perfect trail for this bike in Maryland.
Kill switch, check. Dennis knows the perfect trail for this bike in Maryland. What trail is that? Tell us about it, Dennis. That would be cool. We'd love to see you ripping one of these things in Maryland.
And Solely Electric says he's nice. He wants
Who's that?
Solely Electric.
Solely Electric wants one. Hell yeah. Solely Electric, you're in luck because we've got a special deal. If you're watching the live stream, if you're just tuning in, we're doing a sale on this bike, $600 off for viewers of the live stream. And we're doing that in 3 parts, right? I know it's like torture watching me talk for an hour or however long this is going to be. The discount code is in 3 parts. The first word is champ. First word is champ. And we're going to give you the other 2 words later. Like one when we finish the assembly and another when we go ride. So if you really want this bike and you want 600 off, you got to either watch us assemble this whole thing, or you can call the number on the screen. Is that on the screen, Gabe? Call the number that's going to be on the screen. Tell them you're watching the YouTube live and you want the discount, and they will hook you up. We got our tech standing by right now to take your orders. We just sold another Black Champ R last night, a guy named Tom. Super cool. I was chatting with him. And we're excited to pump these bikes out. It's super cool. So to summarize, 600 off if you watch the whole live stream, or just call the phone number that Gabe's going to have up in 2 seconds. Cool. Now putting this brake on. We're just going to get the clamp on the back, tighten it by hand. This is really exciting. And if you check out these brakes, by the way, we'll get a close-up on this in a second. These are motorcycle brakes. If we've still got that other bike, the E-Ride Pro, in the shop, we can show them what bicycle stuff looks like. And you can see for yourself, like, the difference in quality between the Champ and the junk that the other guys are putting out. Now we actually went out and we rode the E-Ride Pro. It's a pretty fun bike. It rides like a bicycle though, not like a dirt bike, because it's got these small tires, small brakes. I'm struggling here with these screws. Try and do everything by hand. All right, I need the tool. I don't have enough hands or mouths for this. Here we go. My fingers just aren't long enough to get in here and screw this brake on right now, so we're getting a tool. You got the number up, Gabe? Bingo. Okay. So call the number if you see the bike and you're like, I'm ready, I'm interested, or I've got some questions and I want to talk to your team. Call that number. They'll get you the $600 discount off this bike, which makes it, that means it costs less than the other guys. All the guys using those bicycle parts cost less, performs better, looks better, and it comes from a cooler company with a way cooler owner, just so you know. None of that bullshit. All right, the brakes are on. I put my tool at. There it is.
I was like, what's that new part?
Yeah, right? Okay. So again, we're going to sit on the bike and do the final tightening while we're on it to make sure it like really fits well. I like to have my brakes down at an angle of about -15 to -20 degrees. So we'll get this thing mostly there, try it out, and then tighten it the rest of the way. Really secure it on. What's happening, man? I'm doing all right. How are you?
Cool.
We're doing a live assembly of this bike right now.
Figured.
Yeah. Hey, Steve. We've got a gentleman that looks like he needs some help with his board. How's your Phantom running?
Good. Need to replace the charger.
Okay, cool. Hey, good to see you.
Nice to see you. It's fine.
How's it going?
Good. I see that. So these are cool.
All right. That feels pretty good. Gabe's over there stepping on everything. Yeah, I think I could definitely ride it like this. So my right brake, it's there. We'll tighten that the rest of the way. Left brake, let's see. That is not tight at all yet. Let's get that. This is something like when you buy a bike, a good quality check to do is just like run over, look at every component. You'll see, I see it all the time where we'll get a bike in the shop and one brake is like down here and the other brake's up here. And it's like, who put this together? Or it's like, have you noticed this when you're riding? No offense if that's your bike. Some people just live in another world. Totally. Maybe you're focused on other things. We had one of our interns on the way to work, on the way home from work yesterday, going down the hill, and there's a car right next to her. The car was like honking her and stuff so much that she hit a pothole and went down on this hill. So sad. Yeah, it's important when we ride. Something we learned from that is like, don't let the cars rule the road when it comes to your safety. Like, your safety comes first, period. If you got to take the middle of the road going down a hill so you don't get pushed into the curb or a pothole, just do it. The car can wait a few seconds. All right. Those feel pretty good to me. Same angle, minus 15 degrees. Brakes are good to go. Now, when you're assembling this, do not be pulling on the brakes before you install the wheel because they can get locked up if you have no disc brake in there. We'll do that in a minute. I'll show you that later. Now, what else have we got? We've got the pegs, the kickstand to install. We'll do those right now. So we'll just take the screws off here on the side. Can you see okay, Gabe? All right. How's that work, by the way, with the vertical camera and the horizontal stream?
So the left one's going to be in 1x1.
Oh, nice.
And then this one throws up in a
That's dope.
sort of like a 4x3 almost.
Cool. So here we've got our foot peg here. This is a forged foot peg. Really nice and grippy. You stand on that thing, you're not going anywhere. We take the screws out, and this has got the Torx head on it. So we'll find that from the toolkit. That's going to be this one. Bingo. I'm on fire. It's so satisfying when you get the right tool the first time. Cool.
I mean, I know there's only so much.
Now,
I need a white.
do I need a what?
Is this like recessed into work?
How are we doing there?
Yeah, they're recessed.
We'll get these most of the way tight, and then we have a special tool to get in here and crank them down. I'll show you that in a sec. In our toolkit, we've got this nice bendy extension, a flexible extension, as we call it. Got the other side of the tool in my pocket, ratchet. Okay, you put these together and you're in business, dude. Boom. And we use the flexible one because the foot peg kind of gets in the way. This is a nice way to get it in. Love to get it in, don't we, Gabe? Writing. Get some writing in. That's what I'm talking about. Now, foot pegs are something you're like, this is a big screw. You can really put some torque into this. You hear that clank? Cool. That's not coming off. Let's do the other side. Cool. Left side kickstand is the same deal. It's got the exact same screws as the right foot peg. And the kickstand, a foot peg, these are integrated together. It's a spring-loaded double spring mechanism on this. Super sturdy. You also have a spring on the peg itself. So like if you take a really sharp turn, the peg isn't going to make the bike crash. It will actually come up. It's got some give on it. A lot of motorcycles do that. Check that out. Ooh, feels so good. I love spring-loaded things. I don't know if it's an autistic thing or what. I'm not officially autistic, but I just like cool things. Stolen valor. Dropping my screws.
Okay, do we have the fork travel distance?
You have the what?
Fork travel, max fork travel?
Fork travel. Ooh, offhand. See if you can look that up. I don't want to give him the wrong number. Gabe's going to double check that for you. The gentleman is asking about the fork travel distance in the front.
Front fork travel is 203 millimeters.
203 millimeters. It's a lot of travel.
The rear is 165.
And the rear is 165. And if you look at the bike, like I'm looking at the fork, and it's definitely not 203 millimeters right now because we've got this thing compressed for shipping. We'll show you in a second what that looks like. Turn signals in the back. So this is the off-road version of the bike. We did not put turn signals on it because we're also applying for certification with the EPA and the DOT for a street legal version. That will be coming at a later time, like sometime next year. Okay, so while we're doing that, we didn't want a bunch of people like riding these on the road and like, oh, Superhuman told us it's street legal, right? And possibly jeopardize our registration. So no, they do not have turn signals. In a lot of states, you can add turn signals to bikes like this, or you can even register them to be street legal in many states. So wherever you are riding, you can check with your local state to do that. How's it going? Come on in. All right. We've got the pegs, handlebars, brakes, all that installed. And let's see what's going to come next. I think we're getting close to the front wheel. We also have the plastics to install, the seat. So we're going to hit that next. To make this easier, to make our life easier, I'm going to take the battery out. And let me show you the battery. You've got a Velcro here that keeps the battery secured. We'll loosen that up. Pull out the Velcro. And this is the battery. This is a 2.7 kilowatt hour battery, 38.4 amp hours, 72 volt battery. A Suron is 60 volts. This is 72. It's wicked. You can ride a long, long time on this battery. So we'll just put that to the side. If I was at home assembling this, this is when I'd pull the battery out and start charging it so it gets a charge while I assemble the rest of the bike. Cool. There is a cable inside here that will be connecting to the plastics, and it is a USB power cable. That's going to allow you to charge your phone from the bike. So I'm just looking for the end of that cable. We've got some customers in the shop now, so we're trying not to disturb their shopping experience. They're looking at the Champ and the Bandit. All right, where's this cable at?
Yeah.
No, that's okay. Thanks a lot.
I'm going to get my light in here. All right. I could tell you from the one we assembled yesterday that this is the most challenging part, is just finding this one little cable. In the future, we'll look at like taping that to make it easier for you. But for now, you're going to have to deal with that. You're just going to find the cable. It's like, where's Waldo in here? Where's that cable end? All right, I'll come back to that. Before we do, we've got some screws on this plastic part. And what this is part of the seat assembly. So this pops up, it covers the battery. It's got your USB charger on it. We do have on this version of the bike, this is the race version, a full fairing that comes out to here, kind of protects your knees from any like bushes and stuff that you might hit. It's really sweet, like a motocross bike. Come on in. Don't be shy. No, join the live stream. You're fine. So here we have the fairings, left fairing, right fairing, and we'll put these together like a jigsaw puzzle with the seat. And finally that cable once we find it, but I need a little more patience for that. All right. Here's the seat. We got 4 screws here. We'll take those out by hand and put them somewhere where we can find them. Always put your screws in a spot where like they're not going to fall into the bike. If you worked on a car before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You probably put your screw somewhere precarious and it fell into the engine. Not saying I've done that a time or two, but most of these things you learn the hard way. Very cool. Have a good one.
Yeah, that's fun.
Hell yeah. So this seat lines up on here. There's 2 screws there. This gentleman was just in to get a charger for his Phantom. He's been riding that for years. I've seen him in the shop a few times. Awesome, awesome skateboard. Cool. And then you've got these pieces that kind of puzzle together. Okay, this is the fairing. We're going to do this in advance just to pop them together, but we're not going to screw it together. I do need to take these screws off first, though. All right. I lectured you guys about the tools, and I lost one somewhere, of course, my Phillips screwdriver head. Well, lucky we have extras in this 50-piece toolkit that comes with the bike. So pulling the screws, keeping track of them on this plastic piece. This is the Champ R, by the way, which does have the full race plastics, the fairing. If you get the Champ M, which is more of a naked street bike, it looks more like a Saran or a Talaria. That does not have this step that you'll need to install. So you'll save some time there on the assembly if you get the M version of the bike. If you're new to the stream, a reminder, we're doing a special deal for our live stream watchers. $600 off this bike with the secret discount code that you'll get by watching the whole live stream, or you can call the number on the screen to place your order. If you want it and you can't wait, our text will get you that $600 discount on the phone. All right, the screws are out. And now's the perfect time because this step takes a few minutes. Gabe, if you want to queue up one of those cool videos, we've got a dope video from Hammy Moto. He's an absolute crazy dirt bike rider up in Temecula. We rode with him. Let's check that out right now. Damn.
Damn, bro. Putting us to shame.
Did we miss him or something? John is crazy. Give me 20 years and I'll ride like him. What's up? It's Rob. I'm out here with my friend John, aka Hammy Moto on YouTube. We're out here testing the Champ. What's your idea today? You're showing us the trails. What's your goal?
Yeah, dude, so I test electric motorcycles for a living. I've ridden tons of different stuff. Rob hit me up. He says, hey man, I got a new bike. I want to get some feedback, so it's not going to be a full-on review. They just want to know if this thing is good or not and what some things that could possibly change.
Goes through, have fun, come back in one piece, and get some feedbacks to keep making these bikes better for you. Let's hit it.
Fairly stable. Brakes are good, dude. Liking these brakes, tossing this around. Yeah, this is very flickable. I actually like this thing. It's pretty good. Let's see how quickly we can get. It's up to 52. Into the fast left-hander. And into the soft stuff. As far as I know, the factory version of these bikes is going to come with this mullet tire setup, which I think is awesome. Brakes are strong as well. No fade, again, still prototype. Pegs, well, they are super small. Surprisingly, not too bad. Woo!
Dude, you're fast.
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty, like, for a prototype, I'm quite impressed. Things I like, mullet setup, dude. That's how you do it. Like, it makes such a big difference between rear end handling. Like, I can slide this thing, I feel the back kick out, and it's stable, you know. I'd say for an intermediate rider, this is plenty. It's pretty good. Like, genuinely, I like this thing. That was good. Got a little squirrely there for a second. You can be super aggressive with this bike. I gotta say, you can be really aggressive with this thing.
John's also coming off a broken arm. There we go. Somebody's flying on the Duron. This is too much fun. What an awesome place to ride though, man. Ooh, take it easy coming down here. Rock. It's like we're on the moon out here.
Yeah, we come out here with like all these bikes that we get and we usually give it the test run around here. Anywhere in this trails, there's always something new, you know?
Hell yeah. Nice.
The fatter the tire is, the faster you're gonna go in this dirt, you know? If you're gonna advertise it as a dirt bike, you're gonna have that fat back tire.
Way more traction.
That's like the biggest problem, like I feel like we always run into. Like this one's fine, but we're way past the Suron, you know?
Yeah, like that's great. You can feel both the front and the back, just you know exactly what they're doing. But because of how skinny those tires are, once they break traction, it's gone.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, you can maintain it and slide. So it's like your frame and your setup is perfect for more power. Let's get some lap times between all you guys. We're running counterclockwise.
Okay.
Yeah, watch out for this though, because it falls away pretty quickly.
All right. So John proposed a lap time race between Julian and I. Julian, how long you been riding for?
Since I was 6.
Since he was 6. Great. We'll be fine though.
How about a head-to-head? I think that'd be more fun.
Head to head?
Head-to-head.
Same time? No, that.
No.
You guys go ahead. I'm not trying to break a leg again.
All right, ready, set, go.
Oh shit. Yeah, he's good. See, he's dangerous coming around that thick shit.
Julian
Look at him go.
is more aggression. One of the most aggressive people I met.
Uh-huh.
He'll just push something before he knows how to ride it.
Oh man. Let's see. We're doing this for lap time. He's got the air coming over.
All right, 23, 24. Oh, dude, that turn was out. All right, 29.
29 seconds.
29
All right.
seconds.
Turn got me. You could probably beat me if you can get that turn right.
Yeah, I saw that turn.
All right, so our starting line will be about right here. Rob, I got 20 bucks on you, bro.
You got 20 bucks on me.
That's my last 20 bucks.
His last 20
Out
bucks.
of my kids' college fund. So,
All right, let's have some
all right,
fun.
3, 2, 1, go.
John's got money on me. I gotta send it. Ooh, shit. What was it?
Same time.
Same time, son of a bitch. Woo! That was a rush.
Man, how was that?
Oh my god, that felt good.
Pretty good?
3, 2, 1, go. Spraying on the start. He didn't have warm-up laps like we did. Oh yeah, with the turn. Yeah, that turn. That's 2 seconds. Oh, full air. I'm not gonna tell him. Let's have a little suspense here.
What do you think you got?
I got bad news, man. I was 30, you're 38.
What?
26.5. Hell yeah. Yeah, baby. Is that wheelie? Oh, there's nothing like the smell of dirt. It's sunset. Wow, look at this. Can't see shit. There we go. That was it. Who's doing the countdown here?
I'll do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah, shit. I wasn't in gear.
Woo! This thing is pretty quick, dude.
What an awesome ride. Oh my God, John, thank you for taking us out. That was amazing. And I honestly had no clue I was that slow on a bike until I saw him ride. What'd you think?
Yeah, good. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and like my body's telling me I need a Heineken. So, yeah, dude, that was lots of fun. Thanks for coming out. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Beaumont's a great place to ride. And one thing that I liked most about this bike that surprised me is how good the range was. Because I was pinning it a lot for the first half of the ride, and still after, I don't know how many miles we did, but after a pretty decent off-road riding and a pretty decent session, I got like 66%.
Hell yeah.
So that's pretty good, honestly, pretty good.
John knows his stuff when it comes to this shit. He gave us some good feedback on how to improve them, so thank you, man. That was awesome. And if you enjoyed it, leave a comment below. Let us know like what you think of the bikes. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out John Hamimoto on YouTube and same on Instagram, right? Hamimoto on Instagram. And we'll see you in the next one. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that video. That was so much fun riding up there. We went out and we filmed like a promotional video for these bikes. We went in the canyon and we were just tearing it up, having a ton of fun. And I thought I was fast, dude. Like I was just ripping it up. And then we go out with Hammy and he would like, dude, his hair was on fire. We were going through this part where like I'm taking my time, trying not to die, and I think I'm going quick. And then he's literally 3 times faster than me. Boom! Like you could feel a shock wave when this dude rode by. It was insane. That dude can shred, and he was shredding this bike up like crazy. He loved the big tires, the mullet setup. It's really cool. All right. So a quick update on what you missed while you're watching that video. I'll show you what we've done. And by the way, we'll have obviously a full assembly video for this bike that you can follow. It's not going to be so long. It'll be abbreviated, but you can follow that step by step when you do get your bike. So what I've done here is assembled. You rolling? I've assembled the plastic part of this, and that was just literally like a jigsaw puzzle, putting these two pieces together. There's 4 screws here. That's done. In the meantime, you saw I was having trouble locating the USB charging cable. Okay, it's actually hidden behind here in the wire. So I just unscrewed 2 screws to open. We've got access to like the controller cables and stuff like that. And bingo, the cable was right there in front of my face. So to access it, I had to open this up, and that's all right. Now, I find it's easier to assemble this part, connect it, and then close it up rather than like connect this and then try and assemble this stuff upside down. So we're doing that. And I think today I'm going to try putting the seat on before we do anything else. So that's next. We'll do the seat. So I'll flip this seat upside down. We can get this to rest here without falling. And that's looking pretty good. Now I'll just pop the screws in here. You do have longer screws in the middle and shorter screws in the front. So those are going to be the short screws, and we'll do the long screws first. Just by hand and then by tool. We've got FedEx in the house today. Big shout out to FedEx. Show FedEx. Show them FedEx. What's up? Best bike in town. Melissa's also one of our bike models. She modeled the step through a little while ago. In the skateboard? Hell yeah. They've been taking great care of us. All our bikes are shipped with FedEx. Our boards too. They get to you quickly and safely. They're awesome. All right, screws are in. Now tight them up. Okay, this will be the same. Yes, sir. How cool is it that it's easier to assemble a motorcycle that you can ride and get 20 feet of air on than your coffee table from IKEA, which probably takes 2 hours. Seriously, I've done it. It's insane. One time, my buddy was like, hey, can you come help me move? And he was literally just moving from one room to the other in his house. And he's like, I've got this closet that I need to move from my bedroom to this other room. And, you know, it's kind of like covered in dust, and we're like lifting it and it feels like kind of like wobbly. And so we're like, we're really trying, it's heavy. We spend our time, we're like really being careful. We get it through the door, and we're right about to walk in the door of the other room, and it exploded. It just couldn't take it anymore. It went, and pieces went flying everywhere. There's wood everywhere. It was insane. I'm telling you this because I just want you to know your motorcycle is not going to do that. This thing is sturdy, man. Depends on how you build it. My motorcycle is not going to fall apart. If you follow the instructions, yours won't either. Some of the bikes we see in here, though, man, I wonder. All right. These don't have to be like monumentally tight. We'll just do them. I've got this like the screw handle on here. I'm going as tight as I can by hand. Not like crazy. That's it. That's the seat. Beautiful orange seat. I love that. And check out the dimples on the seat. This thing has a texture that just grabs your thighs when you're on it, especially, you know, you'll be wearing jeans probably riding the motorcycle. You just sit on this thing and it feels like you're glued to it. It's awesome. It looks like a duck, Gabe says. Quack, 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 quack. All right. Thanks for that. The duck bike. Okay, so I've never done this before. We're going to drop this here. And then from under the bike, we got this nice little access when you take the battery out. Connect this cable. Boop. Boom. That is the USB cable. And then we'll tie that up in a second. Let's see if I've got some room to put this somewhere while we tie that up. No. We'll figure this out. Yeah, okay. I'll just put it back there. So now we're going to close this little access door that we opened, which allowed us to access the cables. Bingo. And that's just 2 screws there. We've got one in here. Push that out. And one here.
We got a comment on the video. Fun to watch the race news with some of us to like to ride, to enjoy the ride as we get there. I said that wrong.
Can you read that again? That didn't make sense to me.
Fun to watch races, but some of us ride to enjoy the ride as we get there.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. If you don't know me that well, I had a pretty nasty accident here. I broke my leg. The bones came out. It was nasty. I literally stepped on my bone, dude. I'm missing a section of my shin right here. I used to ride really hard before that. Now I tone it back a lot, especially when I'm riding our electric skateboards, which are awesome. They're so much fun. But, you know, now I'm just trying to get there in one piece. I'm not trying to go 30 miles an hour all the time. 20, 25 is plenty for me. Like they say, with motorcycles, you dress for the slide, not the ride. Everybody kind of goes down at some point. So just being careful, cautious how we ride. Don't ride crazier than you're willing to crash. Is one thing I've learned doing this. All right. Bingo. So we've got the access door secure, very secure. Just double checking. What am I doing? I got a couple turns left. All right. That is secure. This is why we double check our work. Bingo, just hand tightening that. And now the fun part. Put this seat on right here. This is cool. Heck yeah, this bike's coming together. Okay, I took these screws out while we were on the commercial break. And they're just, whoop. It's a screw with a sleeve to allow this seat to pivot for you to access the battery. And luckily, all these steps use pretty much the same tool. So just pop that right in. Make sure you line it up and you're not going to like hurt the plastics. Should go right in there. Yeah, it's going. Bingo. That one's tight. And the other side. This is fun. It's kind of like if you've ever done Legos or built a model, it's kind of like that, except the difference is when you're done with it, instead of having a little model that sits on your shelf, you get to sit on this thing and ride it. I'm trying to watch my language here for the kids on the stream. All right. And my dad. Thanks, Dad. Love you. All right, let's take a look at our handiwork. Just check, make sure it works. Now, the seat on this has this screw in the back. You simply insert this, like when you're ready to ride. Insert this, screw it in, and that's how you secure the seat on the race version of the bike. The race seat and the M seat are quite a bit different. The M seat doesn't come up. You just have a battery bay that goes pop, and you can access the battery. The race is a full seat, so it's a little bit different. All right, now let's check and see what's next. I think we're about ready to add a wheel to this thing. Before we do, I think we'll do the front fender, and also check this out. Watch this fork. Now, somebody asked about the fork travel earlier. 203 millimeters is it, but if you look right now, that's only like 120. So check this out. There it goes. There's your travel, 203 millimeters. These straps are used just to compress the bike for shipping, so we can get it in a smaller box and keep the price lower for you. Otherwise, it would cost even more of a fortune to ship it to you. Quality straps. This is the stuff you could tow a truck with. But the same in back, except there's two straps back here. All tied, ready to go. Now, let's see. Oh, I like how they did these straps. They fed it through exactly where they need it and then tightened it. Instead of feeding the end, like we were doing. Bingo. That makes so much more sense. Our packing technicians did a great job on this bike. What's that? Oh no. Can it be restarted? Somebody disconnected my Instagram stream before the fun part? The heck? Bingo. All right, we've got the straps off. It's uncompressed. And we're going to do that front fender. Okay. Now the front fender is 3 screws. These are the same heads as the other screws we've been doing. Makes it very easy. We're going to do a couple things while we're here in this spot. All right, now the fender is pretty cool. We've got our front headlight here. The front headlight and fender come together as one. Bingo. Just like you at your last music festival. These things come together and they just vibe, man. They take all the vibrations together. You get your little light up here. They keep you dry. Don't know where I'm going with that, but we're going to get a screw ready. Pop this in and line it up. Yeah. Sure. Gabe's working on fixing the Instagram stream. Apparently, Instagram Live went down because the motorcycle is too cool. So Gabe's going to fix that right now while I do the fender. And we're almost done. So I'm about ready to give you the second word in that discount code for this bike. Remember, the first word was champ. And this saves $600 off any champ electric dirt bike. I'll give you the second word now. I'll written on Gabe. The second word is ride. Champ, ride. And we'll give you the third word when we go and ride this thing. So stay tuned to the end. If you do love the bike, you want to grab one of these, you can always call our team. I think the number's still up on the screen. Gabe will confirm that when he's back. Call our team and tell them you're watching the YouTube stream and you want one. They'll get you the discount today. Oh, yes. Look at that. I love this with the orange seat. So cool. Now we're almost there. Couple things we'll do next. Down here, we've got, obviously this is where the front wheel goes, but also the brake, front brake. These are 4-piston disc brakes, by the way, hydraulic disc brakes. None of that garbage like you see on other bikes. This is a little piece that prevents the brake from closing on itself. We're pulling that out. And we're going to loosen up these axle pieces so we can get the axle out and put that wheel on. So we'll kind of prep all that right now. So for the axle, it is an 8mm hex. We've got axle caps on either side. We're going to pop those open and just set them to the side. Gabe, how are we doing on Instagram? We're back live on Instagram. I love it. Okay, the axle caps are off. We also have these Allen bolts which clamp down on the axle, and I believe that's a 5. I'm at 100%, by the way, on guessing which tool is which so far. I just like to brag right there. You never see that. That's how you know it's a true professional. You know what I'm saying? We take pride in our workmanship. All right. Okay. Now we're going to prep the front wheel. Check this out. This is the front wheel. And this thing is sturdy. This is machined from aluminum front wheel. Got steel spokes on here. Serious hub. And check out the size of this disc brake. This is serious 3mm disc rotor. A real motorcycle disc brake, unlike those bicycle brakes you see on the other bikes. Now we have these. They go inside the wheel. Okay. It seals, keeps stuff out of the bearings. You're going to probably have a lot of dirt, sand, and stuff on your ride. So you want this protection on your wheels. The disc goes on the right side here when you're looking at the bike from the front, installing the wheel. So we'll prep that. That wheel's ready to go. And this is the part of the bike assembly where you're going to want a friend here to help you. First, I'll pull that axle out, and then we're going to have a friend to lift up the front of the bike so we can get the front wheel in and the axle. And then you're pretty much ready to go on your own again. But when you assemble it, have a friend over, share a beer or something, enjoy this process together. Let me tap that axle out. I'll need you in just a sec. Let me get the axle out here first. So to get this axle out, you can just put something in here. I use part of the pieces from the toolkit. There's a flat end in here. It's not going to break anything. We're just going to tap it through. And And yes, actually, I will need you here so the bike doesn't fall once I tap this out. Are you guys ready to lift?
Yep.
Cool. Steve's going to help me lift the front of this bike. And Gabe will lift the other side. Just because we can. Almost. Boom. Now I can slide the axle out by hand. And if you guys want to, yeah, keep going. Cool. I'll just get the wheel right here. We may need to slide it forward. I'm not sure. Just to get it off the block. Are you guys able to do that? Cool. I'll push that back. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Are you good? Do you need a break? Cool. Now this part, you want to be really gentle to get the disc brake aligned. You're going to have to come forward with the bike. Disc brake aligned, and also these parts. Oh, wow. We're going to get this on the first try. What professionals. Get the axle in. Almost. Come down on your side, Gabe. Almost. Bingo. You can come down on your side a little, Steve. We're close. Come down, Steve. Down. All right, I think we're in.
Sweet.
Hell yeah. All right, the axle's in. I hope you guys saw that. What we did is they lifted the bike and I slid the axle in. It's as easy as that. Now we can put the kickstand up if it'll stand. I do need to secure this front axle. So why don't we, yeah, I'll grab the bike and you pull that up. Cool. Beautiful. By the way, every time you put this bike down, just make sure that kickstand is fully deployed. You don't want to be the idiot that has it halfway deployed and sets it down and it falls on you. No comment.
Definitely don't want to be that.
Gabe did that yesterday. I'm just giving him a hard time. Cool. The hard part's over. We're almost to the fun part, baby. Not that I'm not having fun hanging out with you guys, assembling this bike. I hope somebody's having a beer on my behalf. I had to give that up. I was crying too much. What do you got, Gabe? We got some comments? All right.
Nice to see those hub inserts. Good thinking. Be sure to clean the brake rotor.
Clean the brake. Thank you. Great comment. Cleaning the brake rotor. I appreciate that. I'm curious, how do you clean your brake rotor when you do a fresh assembly? Normally when we get our bikes, from our factory, our brake rotors are quite clean already. I just got nervous that I got the wrong tool for a second, but nope, it's right. Still batting 100 today. Even when we're talking. Yeah, tell me how you clean your brake rotors. Ours come super clean. This one looks really clean. And then just braking it. Yeah, that'll kind of clean off the brake surface. I guess maybe he's talking about just wiping it down in case there's any like sand or anything in there. That is a great tip. ISO, nice. Cool. All right. We're going to tighten this clamp on the axle so that doesn't move anywhere. So you don't have multiple forms of security here. And because this is such an integral part of the bike, we're actually going to get the ratchet out and just make sure this is nice and tight. It is very redundant. You've got 4 bolts here tightened down on the axle. You've got the axle caps, but we don't take any chances. So we're using the tool and we're cranking these things pretty good. This just holds the axle in place. Yeah, you can get them way tighter with a tool than you can by hand. Bingo. Look at that. Just look at that bike. I'm gonna take a sip of water. We'll check our work here. Hell yeah. If you missed it earlier, we gave the second part of the 3-part discount code to save $600 on this bike for watching this live video. The 2 words are champ, ride, and we'll give you the 3rd word in a second. If you want to get your $600 off now, though, you're ready to order, you can call our team. The number's on the screen, and they'll hook you up right now. All right. Hell yeah. Woo! I'm excited. All right. We're going to pop the battery in and see if we can turn this thing on. I've got keys back here in my pocket. Now,
Strong front wheel attachment.
thank you very much. Somebody says, well done on the strong front wheel attachment. Who was that? Belly Acres. Hell yeah. Hey, good to see you here. Belly Acres, I actually talked to him the other day. We had a video call about this bike. It was super cool. Good to see you on the live. All right. Now, this battery is a tight fit. It keeps it nice and snug when you're riding. You don't want it shaking around, right? When you do put it in, just make sure it lines up with the rest of the battery bay. Hey, that looks pretty good. Snug. And now there is a Velcro. I mean, this thing's secure. It's not moving anywhere, but just to give it a little more tension on there, we'll slide the Velcro through here, pull it back. And crank that down. Now, the battery does have a battery indicator. We've got like 80% charge, it says on here. We'll see exactly when we turn it on. This is the power cable. We'll pop that on. And this is a serious power cable. Before I do that, look at that. It's like waterproof. It means business. High discharge. Boom. Plugged in. And now we'll flip the switch. Whoo, I'm getting too excited. We're going to secure the seat here. And I like to, on mine, I'll tighten this strap down. A lot of people like it looser to like put their hands in or strap a helmet on it. I like mine a little tighter just so, you know, it looks tighter. I like things to look nice and secure. So you could tighten that down below. We won't worry about it for now.
I was looking for those. It's like, oh no.
Got the keys right here. Gabe's looking for the keys that I took already. Oh, shoot. That feels good. So we had some prototype bikes here that we've been running at the shop for a while, and we made some changes to them for this production run. One of the biggest things that I love is the rear shock. We went from a 300-pound shock to a 200-pound, and just look at that. It's like the old one is a little stiff. Like you could feel it when you sat on it. You're like, ooh, ooh. This actually, oh, it feels good. It feels really good. All right, I like that shock. Boom. Keys in. Look at that, lights on. That's another big upgrade from the prototypes to production. We got lights, baby. So I turn them off, on, high beam, running lamp, high beam. Then you switch between low and high. That's dope. All right, we'll leave them off for now. We do have, it's set 80% on the battery, 4 bars, 70, 83% here. And we're going to switch it from kilometers an hour to miles per hour. That's the default setting, right? Just hold that button for a few seconds. 10 seconds. An indefinite amount of time. All right, let's try that again. Maybe you have to be in gear. All right, we'll try that. Okay, so let me show you how this works to run it. We'll worry about the miles per hour. Oh, there it goes, miles per hour. It just took a second. All right. This is the kill switch. The kill switch is not engaged, so throttle is not active. If you put it in start, right, make it active. Now when you pull the brakes, you hear that? You hear that? We switched from park into E, which is eco mode. If we hold the brakes and hit the mode button, which is up here, we'll switch between eco, drive, and sport mode, which is, of course, the most fun. And that throttle is active. Okay, so we'll just check here and see if it works. Obviously, be careful if you do this at home. Don't set it down on a running tire. I think it works. Hell yeah. That is awesome. All right, we're going to take a little break here. I've got to use the potty because I'm a little bit nervous before I rip this thing outside. And we're going to take this thing for a ride. So I'm going to let Gabe step in here and tell you about his experience on the Champ while I do that and take a water. And then we're going to take you for a ride, the very first ride on this Champ. Am I muted? Better be muted when I go to the bathroom, Gabe. Don't mess it up.
Turn off your mic.
Turn it off?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave my mic here. You don't want to hear that.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I'll just do a little bit of this. Dual cam. All right, well, yeah, thank you guys for joining into the live stream. It's been a while since we did one of these. One of the first ones we did was when we had the Sex Panther launch for a direct drive adapter. And, you know, we thought, what perfect opportunity to revamp our live presence than with this Champ. This is a really fun bike. I'm not a dirt biker. This is probably the closest thing I've ridden that is akin to a motorcycle, and it awakens something new. It's a lot of fun. You know, you definitely take some spills, like Rob says. You don't dress for the ride, you dress for the fall. I learned that the hard way. Ruined my favorite pants, but let me show you some of my favorite things about this bike that Rob hasn't really touched on, and that is going to be this back area right here. So notice we've got this massive actual motorcycle chain. I don't really know. I can't remember the exact number, but I think it's about 256T or something like that. And then another thing that you hear a lot with Sur-Ron riders is talking about the brakes fading. All right, we have got a really, really heavy piece of machinery here. And when you get these brakes nice and hot, similar to, you know, when you watch F1 drivers get to the end of a stint, they sort of lose their braking ability because their brakes are so hot. What's really cool about these is that they're thick motocross style brakes. So these are going to keep you stopping on a dime. And that was really quick. Rob's back. But yeah, we've got these awesome brake rotors on these. Massive, massive brake rotors. It's just a really fun bike. You can't really put it into words until you ride it, which I highly suggest you guys do. But for now, we're going to pop it back over to Rob once he gets his helmet on and see what this bike feels like.
So we're going to do a couple of things here. Am I live? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put the microphone on the helmet and plug that in. So that'll be step one. And two, I'm going to take a phone camera out with me, but I got to tape that thing because it might get a little gnarly. Could you grab from me just some tape, like that green or blue tape from back there? I'm going to hook this microphone up. We'll be ready to go in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, find the cable here. There it is. We've got a microphone in this helmet so you can hear everything in HD. You know what I'm talking about. Cable. Bingo. Oh, this is cool. All right, microphone. Testing. Can you hear me? That is connected to, oh yeah, it's connected to the road. I guess that will do nothing. Yeah, it'll be phone audio. It's going to have to be the phone audio. All right. That's fine. Where's the necklace thing? Check this out. And did you send me a link? I just want to show you guys this thing I got. Sometimes I buy things from China just to see what's there, and this is one of them. It's a magnetic phone holder, and this is how we're going to take you live today. I can't even see it at all because my helmet. But this thing just goes right on here. Boom, we got the phone right there, and that's how we're going to take you live. I hope I don't hit it off. All right, so once I start the live, I'm going to start the live, and then we're going to tape it, and then we're going to take you for a ride. All right. Let's pull up this live here. Accept. Allow. Wow, look at that. I can see myself. Cool. Rob. I will. How do I do that? Options, camera, back camera. All right. Cool. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna turn the sound down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do just your phone audio now.
Okay. Can you still hear me? Okay. Gonna tape me up here. This is so silly. We're gonna try not to lose the phone here. Okay, you tape me up and get me a nice angle. Just a couple laps will do it. Just so it doesn't fall off. How do we look? I'll get in frame here. There we go. All right. So I feel like a science experiment. How's the angle? I'll sit on the bike and you tell me how the angle is.
I think you might. Yeah, you might. I think.
Did we? We didn't mess it up, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I don't want to ride, dude.
Let's. I think you said turn your phone on and swipe up.
Okay. Sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for the technical delay. There it is. Oh, are we on?
Yeah. You're on.
All right. How's the angle?
Right. Let's do. I mean, you can see all the controls right there. That's pretty
Okay.
good.
Can you see in front of us?
It's a little down, but it's all right. Yeah, you could go.
I'll come up just a little.
But
But my helmet might also hit it. All right. We're just going to go.
All right.
All right. Nice knowing you guys. Thanks for coming and watching the assembly. Now let's go for a ride. I'm going to get the door. See if we assembled this thing right. We're just going to take it in the parking lot for now. Woo! Oh my God. Wow. I hope you guys can hear me okay, and I hope my phone's still there. I'm glad we had the tape for that air. That was just nuts. We're gonna come back, same lap that we did. Just going down the hill, not going crazy, there's people out. Oh my God. Woo! Woo! That feels good. Wow. Oh. We got the red bike, red car here. This is sick. I'm still working on my wheelies, but let's see if we get the front up just a little bit. This is too much fun. Oh, wow. Did we lose the camera?
Just tilt up a little.
It tilted up or tilted down?
Down, yeah.
Whoa. That was fun. Woo! Heck yeah.
Cecil could have liked it.
Cecil got one?
That's the guy that keeps coming by with his son.
Heck yeah. We got a guy, Cecil, that's been coming in to test ride. He's grabbing one of these soon. All right.
Oops. Is your,
How we doing? Mike is not on. No, Mike's on the helmet.
all right,
You can go ahead. Yeah, you walk through. Don't worry about it. But you have to say something nice about the bike when you do.
It's amazing.
There, you heard it from FedEx first. All right, can you hear me now? The mic should be here. Wow. That was insane. Okay. So first ride feedback. I'm going to hit the kill switch. Don't forget about that. That was the first ride on the Champ. How are we doing? Do we got some viewers here? 6 viewers. Does anybody want to see this thing off-road? If you're bored, if you're like, that's enough live for me, I've watched enough, that's fine. We can end it here. But if somebody wants to see it off-road, you just let me know. We'll give you a couple minutes. Let me know. Give me an excuse to take this thing off-road, and I'll do it. Switching out. I can't even talk right after riding this thing. All the blood is in, I don't know where, but not in my brain. Cool. Do you hear me? Audio. Let me give you the full discount code. Thank you guys so much for watching this assembly, for putting the bike together with me. It's like we're not doing it alone. We got some buddies here. The discount code, what's that? The discount code to get $600 off this bike today is Champ Ride 600, the number 600. Gabe, if you want to throw that up in a title, that'd be sweet. Champ Ride 600 will save you $600 off this bike today. If you have any questions, you can ask us on the live, or you can call in, talk to our techs. We'll hook you up with that discount and answer any questions you got. And make sure it's the right bike for you. It's not the right bike for everybody. If you're somebody who's like, I don't like having fun, that sucks, I would hate to just be totally gnarly and go off-road, it's probably not the right bike for you. But if you're like, I like to have fun, that's me, it's probably a good choice. So what did the comment say, Gabe?
Let's see some dirt.
Let's see some dirt. Who said that? Bernardo Santos, I love you. Now I got to go see some dirt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to another bike that we've already got dirty. This will be a showroom bike, and I'm going to take you guys in the dirt. Can we squeeze that through here or something? All right.
The keys for that?
It's in it. Hell yeah, that was cool. I'll just be wandering around the shop while Gabe's pulling up the other bike. So we'll have that ready to go. And I'm going to see if we had a customer bike in here. I'm going to show you some things on that. If I could switch to Gabe's angle. Is that it? No, he's got the other one. Yeah. I'll show you behind the scenes here. See if I can switch to Gabe's angle. No. I want to get Gabe's camera on here. We'll just wait. I'll tell you stories while we wait. So Jeff's, who's that board for? Okay, nice.
Got the tool.
Nice. Let me see that. I want to show these guys.
It's a mullet.
So this was our very first electric skateboard while we're waiting for Gabe. Check this out. I was literally eating circus animals one day, and I'm like, that would be a beautiful board. And now there you have it. This is Miles' circus animal. They put blue cloud wheels in front, and it's got the hub wheels in back. This board is dope. We also make some wicked electric skateboards. Milesboard.com if you want to check it out. This is pretty dope. Thanks, Jeff. Super cool. All right. So let me tell you about some off-road stuff. If you're new to this, these bikes are for off-road only. A lot of people, a common question we get is, can you ride it on the road? And when I go outside and I'm on the streets, I see a ton of people on these bikes on the road that are supposed to be off-road bikes only. And at least where I am, nobody cares about it. And so that's kind of what people do. Technically, this bike is for off-road use only, so we couldn't tell you that you should ride it on road. We can say, though, that just check with your local laws, be respectful. We're not going to encourage you to break any laws, but just ride respectfully, do the right thing, and have fun when you're out there. We will be releasing a on-road legal version, which you can register as a motorcycle soon. That's probably going to be next year. So if that's like something you really want, keep an eye out for that. Now, my bike is ready to go. Gabe's prepped it. How's my camera? Do I need to tilt that up?
Once you get on the bike, I'm just gonna have you sit in your position.
Okay. Gabe's going to help us adjust this angle. We'll take the other Champ, which is our prototype. It's already way dirty for a ride. Well, if somebody has to take it off-road, I guess I'll do it.
I'll just tilt it up so we can see the horizon. Just almost like right there.
Is it still working? Let's make sure it's still working.
Transition from Wi-Fi to not Wi-Fi right now. So
Okay.
just
Well,
for a second.
I'll just go.
All right.
All right. We got it in sport mode, and we're going to go have some fun. If the stream cuts out for any reason, I'm sorry. It was nice knowing you. I won't be able to tell because I got the phone taped to my chest here. So we're just got cars.
All right, just so we've got some audio problems right now, but I can sort of explain what's going on. This is Gabe back at Superhuman HQ. So right now, Rob is heading over to Rose Canyon. There is a little bit of vegetation and stuff are there, so I might be messing up the video quality on the stream. But it's a really fun trail. Connects almost most of Claremont to La Jolla. It's got about 5 to 6 miles of trail, and it's a lot of fun. Rob is going uphill. This is actually right where I fell for the first time. We have a Champ mullet here in the shop, and that was the one of our only bikes that has aftermarket handlebars, courtesy of yours truly. But it's a really fun place to ride, and you can open it up. We got some poor video quality here, but you get the gist of the Champ. This is a really fun bike to ride off-road. It definitely has a lot of power, so if you get into some soft packed dirt, you can really swim out, get a lot of throttle, grab it, get some nice roosts. And then if you're going uphill, it is such a breeze. You're not going to really be thinking twice about anything on the climb. A lot of torque on this mullet setup, especially paired with the motocross tires. It's a lot of fun. The shock that Rob's running right now is a little bit harder. It's a 300-pound shock compared to the 200-pound shock that we've got going on here, or 280, pardon. This is a really fun section of the trail. It's got an up. You can sort of see on the right, it goes up a little, and on the left it goes down. But let's check back and see if we can hear him real quick. All right, looks like we still can't hear him. That's all good. While Rob is out running around, if anyone's still here in the chat wants to ask any questions about the Champ, feel free to type it out and I'll do my best to answer for you. Again, we are running a $600 discount code for anyone who's been watching this live stream all the way through. And if you want to order your Champ, right now I'm going to pop up there we go, a little better video quality. Let's see if that comes with some, no. Still nada. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pop up that phone number on there. We've got people waiting if you want to place your order. All right, let's see. Yes, Bernardo, they are available now. We've got 2 in our crates here at the shop that are ready to go. We've got a red race, and then we've also got a silver race. Let's see. Well, Rob is looking at something here. See if we can get him back. All right. You there, Rob? All right, let's see. All right, well, Rob's figuring that out. Yeah, we do have 2 available. And actually, I can take a moment here and show you guys what the mullet setup looks like. We'll take a ride back over to the shop. All right, let me just put this microphone in a place where I can use my hands. All righty, so let's go take a look at our prototype mullet. Ooh. All right, let's say that all again real quick. All right, so it's now apparent that I didn't have the mics running, and that's why Rob is the face of the company. Yeah, Bernardo, I like the black too. It is a very, very nice looking bike. I think something that really brings it together is this front light. On all of our prototype runs, we didn't have that that light yet. So to see it on the actual bike, it's really cool. The only time I got to see it was when we had it in the 3D model in Blender. Right way before we got any of the bikes in shop, we had to model them up in 3D so we could post them on our website and run ads for them. But it is just a good looking bike. And so I'll go back over to the mullet, back into the shop. All right, here we go. Here's the mullet again. So as I was saying, it's a little more low profile seat. Got the carbon fiber backing that's housing our battery. And then these are our aftermarket red bars mentioned earlier that I took a spill over in Rose Canyon. And that is the result. You can put a wide variety of different handlebars on here and aftermarket parts. You know, if you're familiar with any of the Sur-Ron scene, you'll see a lot of kids and people put on different parts that sort of let their personality out, which is really nice. And right here, you can sort of see the much smaller rear profile tire. So this is a 17.5 14, I believe, compared to the 17.5 front wheel. And something that we didn't really talk about earlier is if you look at this diagram right here, that is actually the forging level for your bike. So if you come across a river and you need to get across it, you can go up to basically right here in water, which is really, really cool. So this whole motor is waterproof. All the components underneath, you don't need to worry about it. That forging level stops right at the base of the battery. All right, we're going to come out back over here to the race. Oh, so we also have a really, really cool controller here. It's called a signed vector controller. And that really is like, it just means that you've got a lot of fidelity with your controls. You know, you don't really want a lot of, mushiness in your throttle when you're on a bicycle and go, when you're on an electric dirt bike that can go 55 miles an hour. So this controller just sort of distributes everything. It's really, really smart. It's an awesome controller. And then, let's see if Rob's got the audio back. All right, let's see here. Rob, you back? Interesting. Yeah, still no audio on Rob there. Any Rob? No, I don't think there's any audio on mine. Testing. Test. Oh, no, it's showing. Oh, well. All right. I'm going to just check in with Jenna real quick. All right. So it looks like Rob is on the return trip right here. So, it's hard to not notice that the stream quality is a little low here. What we're going to do is we'll have a little more demos coming up, a lot more media. If you're interested in helping out with some of that, just reach out to our team at superhumanbikes.com. And I see why there's no audio. That little wire that just dingled across the screen is the audio jack. That is just sort of what happens when you're on electric dirt bikes. Sometimes you're just getting thrown around so much that wires come on. That's actually what happened to us. We were at when we were filming the Hamimoto segment out in Temecula. we got halfway through and we realized that most of the microphones that we had attached on the bike had become unplugged. So bringing all that footage back into the studio for editing was sort of a pain, but we made it work somehow. Benefits of editing in the modern world. But anyone left over, just let us know if you got any questions about the bike. Again, we're doing that awesome promotion, $600 off for anyone who is watching right now. If you want to give us a call at 231-432-7837. We've got Superhuman representatives who are more than willing to help you get this stuff checked out. It's a really, really fun ride. Looks like Rob, there we go. In San Diego, we actually just had a giant heat wave over the weekend. It was about, 98 degrees. It was horrible. But it's finally cooling off. Perfect day to go out for a ride. But yeah, man, this is a really fun bike. It's lightweight compared to a dirt bike of a comparable, power. If you're starting off, maybe you don't want a 200-pound electric or dirt bike. You don't want to deal with, a throttle. This is a great way to get into it. Really super great way to get into it. Really, really fat tires. I saw earlier a question about the widest tires that you can get onto here. That's a great question. We're going to get some definite answers from our mechanics here before we answer that. But I'm looking at the clearances right now, and you can get pretty wide. Already, compared to E-Ride Pros, any of the Surron bikes that are coming out, these tires are going to be a lot beefier than those tires. Those are definitely more akin to, electric bicycles, as Rob's been saying. A lot of electrical bicycle parts, electrical bicycle brakes, electrical bike rotors. While they're durable and they can get the job done, you'll see fade when you get to, braking consistently. You'll have some problems because it's such a heavy bicycle. It's going to heat up those rotors and just make them not as effective. So what we really wanted to make sure we did going through with a bike like this is have brakes you can rely on way more than other bikes. These are 3 millimeters thick, 200, I'll get the exact measurement, but they're pretty hefty. But again, if you guys have any questions about the bike, I'm going to go check on it right now, see where Rob is. Let's see. Alrighty. All right, looks like he's still on the way back here. We can take some of this time. Let's see if we've got the second camera back up. Down. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the bike over so we can get some close-ups. So first, we'll just start up with a nice close-up view of the light. All right, there is our light right there. So if you're doing any kind of night riding on the trail, this is going to come in fantastically helpful. I'm going to turn on right here. Let's get this light going. Oh, there we go. All right, so there is our toggle right there. Hopefully that's winding the camera just a little bit. And then something that's really, really cool as well is if I turn the bike around. All right, hopefully you can see this. All right, just a little bit further and up. All right. All right, so notice when I pull the brake, that thing lights up. So that's going to keep you safe at night. If you're riding with some buddies and you're coming up on a nice big turn, you want to make sure that they know how to brake. Just pull that up and you get some nice signal to everyone. All right. So we are running D&M shocks. Pretty fantastic, reliable. You see a lot of those on Surrons and whatnot. Turn the kill switch on. That was still on. That could have been bad. Don't tell Rob. Oh. I think another question that a lot of people are going to ask is, you know, how heavy are these? Are they capable of going onto a rear bike rack? You know, while they are about 165 pounds, let me verify that right here. Let's see. Sometimes when you're doing stuff for a lot of e-bikes, you forget numbers all sort of mush together. Okay, so I was a little bit over. We've got about 154 pounds of bike right here for the race, which is going to be the heavier bike. The mullet is pretty similar. I think it's just a little bit lighter. On our website, it does say it's the same, but you will see a little bit lighter wheel used on the mullet, and you've got a lot less, you know, fairings. So you will see a little bit weight reduction on the mullet. You know, less components used on the mullet versus the race, and also the tires are a little bit smaller and a little bit lighter. The front tire on the race is about like 16 to 15 pounds, which is pretty wild. Pretty hefty bike wheel to keep you safe. We've got Thomas right here on a bike right now. What do you think, man? He just nodded his head, said it was super cool. He says he's totally going to buy one, and he's excited about this $600 discount. Speaking of which, no, I'm not going to plug that again. But yeah, you guys, you know, the first to know about this discount. Looks like Rob is out of the woods. Yeah, still no audio on that, unfortunately. That's an interesting little glitch that we've got going, but it's all right. Once he gets back, we'll do a little debrief. Thank you guys for sticking through. Again, if you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know in the chat. You know, actually, yeah, it's been a second since I checked Instagram. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, Tyson does need one of these. Listen to Steve there. It does sound like the future. It's pretty loud. It's pretty cool. It's pretty wild. Close up on the rotor. Soy, if you're still with us, I can definitely do that for you. Let me get the second camera back up and running here in a second. Sully. And Sully, I've been seeing your comments a lot on our videos. I appreciate you guys watching it and asking questions. Really appreciate it. Let's get this second camera running again. All right, Rob is on the home stretch back here. That's nice. You guys will be able to listen to him talk instead of me. But until then, you're stuck. And I'm going to try to show you a nice little close-up of this rotor. Start cam. Let's go. Camera. Back cam. Enter studio. If you guys have not heard of StreamYards, it is a fantastic, fantastic little thing right here. All right, second camera is back up. Remove myself. Oh, actually, got to keep myself on. All right. Sorry for the 3 videos right here, but here is a close-up of the rotors. All right. So super, super thick here. And we've got a quad piston. Hydraulic brakes. So these are set up like a motorcycle. So your right brake is not going to be your rear brake like it is on an electric bicycle. That's going to be your front. And your left is going to be your rear. Wait, did I say that right? Yeah, I did. So we don't have a clutch on this bike, obviously. Oh, Rob is here. Look at that. And he's back.
Ah!
Rob is back.
Knock, knock. What's up?
Hey, Rob.
Is the stream still going?
The stream is still going?
No
We
way.
just didn't hear you. So I've been...
The what?
We didn't hear you at all,
Aw,
unfortunately.
man.
So I've been doing my best at narrating.
Been
But if
narrating?
you wanted to take that back,
All right.
we
Woo!
had you for a second and then it popped off. How was it?
Oh my God. That was amazing. I'm sorry if you didn't hear me. A little technical difficulty with the phone, I guess. Wow. I can like barely stand right now. That was too much fun. So you saw the whole ride?
We saw the whole ride.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Was it as fun as for you as it was for me?
We were all definitely wishing we were out on the ride.
All right. Well, that's it. That's the champ. That's how you assemble it from the carton, right? We took the carton off in advance, and then it took us about an hour to assemble this bike, which is pretty cool. You go ahead and walk on through. What do you think of this bike, by the way? There you go. It's pretty neat. If you want a bike that's pretty neat, be sure to use that code CHAMPRIDE600 at checkout at superhumanbikes.com. You can save 600 bucks off this amazing motorbike. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Did we get any questions during the ride? Anything to address?
We did, but we talked about it.
It's all been talked about. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.